Welcome. This is a special YouTube interview to let you know who Titania Gilbert really is. She's incredibly gifted and talented violinist, composer, and the artist behind a stunning debut album titled The Heart of the Traveller. Titania, thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Let's dive in. When did you start learning the violin?
I was 5 years old and I started learning the Suzuki method. It's a great method actually because it means you can learn by ear and you don't have to read music. And of course your listeners wouldn't be aware of the fact that I'm totally blind. So that was actually quite perfect for me.
Well, that's interesting because I've only heard a little bit about Dr. Suzuki, but he's world renowned for getting people to understand and learn music. And as you said, it can help people with visual impairments to learn as well.
Yes, Dr. Suzuki's philosophy was nurture by love. So the idea is that you take a child and when you teach them a language, you very gently say to them, "Oh, that's good. Now, perhaps can you try this?" And so he said music is a language, which is absolutely true. It's the language of the soul. And so he decided to use the exact same principle with it.
Interesting philosophy. Let's talk about Pirate's Dance. Now that was an original piece, but what's the story behind that one?
Okay, I was in a jam session with two other musicians, funk player and a djembe player. And for anybody who doesn't know what a djembe is, it's used for African tribal music.
That's an unusual combination.
Very unusual because I'm classically trained. The funk player kept giving me this same riff, which actually became the beginning 8 bars of the piece. I just kept playing over the top of it with different melodies, and then we'd been recording the session. We took that away, and from that I managed to find chord structures to put behind the melodies that I'd come up with. That created all the 4/4 sections of the piece. I do have 6/8 timing in there. One of those sections was created in my travels as I thought of extending the piece and giving it a bit of extra life.
Always a little bit more work to do.
Yes, that's correct. And then the second section happened in the studio at the very end.
The name Pirate's Dance came from a real event. What inspired that?
So, the same musicians that I was jamming with, we decided to go busking together on the streets of Mullumbimby. And down poured 40 high school children.
How many?
40. Yes, it was an unbelievable amount.
That's a lot of kids.
Well, I'll tell you what, they didn't just line the footpaths. They decided, oh no, they were going to dance all over the road. They stopped the traffic and, yes, well, everybody wound down their windows and they started jiving in their cars. And there was clapping and all sorts of things happening. The police came down and we were very surprised. They actually joined the crowd and they were cheering as well. Well, I played a couple of solos while the other two musicians actually encouraged the children to get up onto the footpaths so that the cars could go through. Anyway, the children just kept calling out, "Play that pirate song again." Well, it was never given a name, and because they were dancing, I decided that it was fitting to call it Pirate's Dance.
So in truth be known, the kids named it for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it was a lot of fun.